All right, what we have today is the Pioneer GM-A3702. I just did a couple of amp dyno videos. I have not uploaded those just yet, but they'll be up pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. This is a pretty nice little amp. I'm gonna be honest with you, it grew on me the more I messed with it, and I wound up liking it a little better than I thought. The only thing I don't like about it is this 500 watt maximum power. At least they put maximum on there. Most people know nowadays what that means. Some amps will just put 500 watts and they'll really leave you hanging on what that rating means. Most people nowadays know what max is. Here's what the amp is really rated. 60 by 2 at 4 ohms, 95 by 2 at 2 ohms. I did my two tests at, they were both bridged. So I did a 8 ohms bridged and a 4 ohms bridged. And so that's the same as 2 ohm stereo with each of those tests. It's just easier for me to do it that way because I have the AMM1. It only, tests one channel at a time. So when I have a 2-channel amp, I usually bridge it. But it's the same rating. So let's say an amp does, I'm just gonna throw something out there. Let's say an amp does 1,000 watts, and this is nowhere near 1,000 watts. But if it does 1,000 watts mono, then it's gonna do 500 by 2. It does the same thing at 2 channels, just at 50% a piece. All right, so this amp does not come with a bass knob. It just comes with an owner's manual, speaker level inputs, and some screws and washers, and that's it. But it's a pretty nice little amp. It is small. Let's look at the controls. All right, so have a 25 amp fuse, power, ground, remote, and it does have the power and ground that are larger than the rest. And then over here you have your right channel and left channel. I don't know why they didn't put left channel and right channel, but anyhow, and then you can see with the bridged, you use the right negative and the left positive. Got some mounting feet here. Let's look at the other side. It's a pretty basic amp. The controls on this amp are very basic. So you have a low pass filter. This is fixed at 80 hertz. So you cannot adjust the low pass filter. It's just either on or off. Gain, RCA inputs, and then those speaker inputs. Very simple. This amp could be used on door speakers or a couple of 6x9s. It could be put on a subwoofer or two. I think most people buying this would probably want to put it on some door speakers, in my opinion. But it sounds good. It's a Class AB. I listened to several songs through this amp before I did the testing, just to get it nice and warm and listen to it and see what it sounds like. And it sounds good. It's a nice little amp. I don't know, I kind of like it. One of the things that I like about it is it's not a lot of money. This amp is well under $100. I bought it brand new on Amazon just a few days ago. It came in yesterday, so I've only had it in my possession for 1 day, but cheap amp, and I was pretty happy with my 2 dyno runs. So make sure you check out those other 2 videos. All right, well, there she is, the Pioneer GM-A3702. Thanks for watching.